See, so there's a Rescue on Frackless poster in Zach McCracken. Those are the aliens. If I didn't show them to you before, you could see that their eyes are way up here. In the Towns version, that turned into an Indiana Jones poster. The cameos, where you tend to put characters from one game into another game, at least by reference. So they're on the Wanted poster in a jail in Kathmandu. If you read it, it says, I can't read the words, but there's a photo of a meteor on it. And those that play Maniac Mansion knows there's a purple meteor from that game. There on the top of the cabinet is a rotofoil. I guess the aliens like to play ball blazer, so. Chuck the Plant. Now, I can't remember exactly where this came from, but it started in Maniac Mansion, where I think it might have been me, where I was just really tired of naming objects, and I named this one Chuck the Plant. If it wasn't me, it was Ron. But that showed up in every game since. So if you go to Indiana Jones, Chuck the Plant is in the corner of his father's house. Here it is in Day of the Tentacle. This is Indiana Jones in his office, and we squeezed everything in here. There's a Sam & Max, whoops, oh no, no. Okay, well this worked on my Mac and it's not working here, so let me try pointing them out instead. Yeah, just going, I'll read them to you. Or I won't. Okay, so Sam & Max on the far left. Underneath it, there's a tablet from the, sorry, I can get it. Okay. Okay, so the first one in the upper far left is the totem pole of Sam & Max, and underneath it is a stone tablet which warns about aliens in disguise, which is a Zach McCracken reference. Up on the top there, there's a African shaman's mask from Kinshasa, which is Zach McCracken. Down below to the right a little bit is a crystal shard, and if you look at it, it says, it's just a chunk of crystal I found in a Mayan temple. It's of no use to me, but some flakes in San Francisco want it. And next, let's see, right below in the front here is looks like a statue of a falcon. And if you read it, it says, a statue of a 1,000-year-old falcon. And for those who know, 1,000-year-old means millennium, and millennium falcon. So, and of course he says, that one's really important to me. There's some Sankara stones from Temple of Doom, a map on his desk drawn in crayons from Zach McCracken, and a fragment of a meteor oozing purple slime from Maniac Mansion. Okay, this is frustrating because Microsoft products are supposed to work the same on all computers, right? But they don't. Okay, so here we have that statue I mentioned in Maniac Mansion, and it shows up again in a Nazi castle in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Also, the art that you see there, right here, and there, I think those are both screen grabs from Loom, which came afterwards. It was actually in production at the same time. Here's Sunday in the Park by Georges Seurat. And there it is again in Maniac Mansion. And there's the joke about the fine leather jackets. So that's most of my talk. Here's the games. And I'd like you to, if we have time, we have some time, Cyril? Yeah. Yeah, good. I wanted to open it up for questions. Am I still on?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. I'll repeat the questions so that you can hear it on the tape. Okay.
Does LucasArts still work closely with Atari in computer game production?
How close did we work with Atari?
Yeah.
I don't think we work with Atari at all, actually. We went off and did our thing. In fact, I think our theory about why the games got pirated was that because we were kind of these guys who came in. Atari had been going on for years, and they had been doing stuff for a long time. And here's these upstarts who come in, do these games which were clearly technically better than most of what was going on at Atari. And we think they were jealous. And someone just put it up on the bulletin board to get back at us. So I guess our relationship wasn't that great. The marketing guys liked us, but maybe some people inside didn't. So they didn't really, the only thing they did do was they vetoed some of the game names we came up with. Ball Blaster, they didn't like. And Behind Jaggy Lines, which I like, it's actually a pun. If you remember, the picture of the cockpit of Rescue on Frackless has these jagged struts because they're because we can't do diagonal lines without making them jagged. And the jaggies are also the enemies. So you're playing, the whole game is behind these jaggy lines, and you're playing behind the jaggy monster lines, and they thought that they didn't get it. So we had to go to something more inventive like Rescue on Fractalus, which no one gets either. Okay, next question.
Well, these classics games you're working on are different from today's games because one can see while playing it that the team which made Lucasfilm games and other classic games, they were made by a team literally from their hearts. Why do you think today game developers can't do that? Why are they just manufacturing games?
Okay, so the question basically is, how come the games in the 80s at LucasArts seem to come from people's hearts, and we put our hearts into it, where the current games seem to be manufactured and don't have the same maybe quality or imagination or heart put into it. I'm improvising there. I don't know. I know that those of us who joined the company, I think all of us